Teresa Giudice revealed if she thinks she can ever forgive her the Real Housewives of New Jersey co-star Margaret Josephs after falling out with her. Teresa Giudice revealed whether or not she thinks she and her the Real Housewives of New Jersey co-star can mend their relationship after having a falling out this season. After her husband Joe Giudice was deported to Italy following a 4-year prison sentence, Teresa filed for divorce. Their relationship started to fall apart after Joe's actions landed Teresa in federal prison for a year, causing her to lose time with her daughters and her mother, who sadly died shortly after she was released. This led Teresa to resent Joe, and after living on her own during his prison stay, she grew to cherish her independence. It didn't seem likely she would go back to him after gaining that independence, which is why fans weren't shocked when they divorced. During season 11, there were rumors swirling around that Teresa had found a new man. The women were questioning Teresa about potential new men in her life, and fans were introduced to her boyfriend Louis Rulas in the final episodes of the season. While Teresa is happy in her new relationship, her fellow housewives and fans alike aren't sure she's made the right choice in him. There are a ton of rumors out there about Louis, with one article claiming he is sex-obsessed and would get angry with his exes if they didn't satisfy his needs. Many fans also think he is only dating Teresa for the exposure the show will give him. Teresa is now revealing if she thinks she and Margaret can be friends again, after she brought up some of these rumors. As reported by Entertainment Tonight, Teresa discussed why she was so hurt by what Margaret said and if they can patch things up. During the interview, Teresa said she isn't sure if they can be friends again, because in her eyes she has never done anything to prompt Margaret to speak so negatively about her. She claimed she would never go digging into someone else's past in order to bring them down, which is what she thinks Margaret was doing when she brought stuff up from Louis' past. Teresa further added that she was extremely disgusted by what Margaret said, and she doesn't know where they go from here because it is hard for her to forgive people. She thinks people should bring people up, not tear them down. There were a few reasons why Teresa was so upset with Margaret, aside from the fact that they were good friends for a few years. The two met when Teresa was in a bad place, having just lost her mom and got out of prison. She says Margaret was there for her at the time, with the two of them crying together and Margaret acting as a rock for her. Teresa feels as though now that she is happy, Margaret no longer feels like she needs to be there for her and has turned on her. Due to the close bond they shared at the start of their friendship, Teresa was really hurt by Margaret's actions because she thought they were better friends than that. When it comes to whether or not the two will mend fences, stranger things have happened in Jersey. One saw it coming when Teresa and Danielle Staub became friends again in season 7, so it might not be out of the question for her and Margaret to figure it out. If there is any group of women who can make it happen, it's the women of the Real Housewives of New Jersey.